Coach Butch Davis. To his right is grad student number 5, Edwin Freeman. And after him is redshirt junior quarterback Christian Alexander and redshirt junior running back Anthony Jones. So, Coach, we'll start with an opening statement.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it's spectacular to have won this game. These kids, the things that they have done, our entire football team for the last 10, 11 months has been amazing. The hard work, the dedication, the unselfishness. You don't win 9 football games and set a school record for the most victories, win a bowl game without an awful lot of great players. And I will tell you that the 3 guys that I'm sitting here on the panel and the stage with, there's 3 of the most amazing stories about these 3 guys. Ed being here this year is a grad transfer that came to us from the University of Texas when we desperately needed somebody to come in and be a big-time player for us. And for him to win this award tonight and do what he did this entire season is just absolutely amazing. At the very end with Anthony Jones, it is truly a blessing by God. That not only is Anthony here and alive, that he played, and the motivation and the love that this football team had for him and Mershon, I really, truly, honestly believe that was kind of the glue that held our football team together the entire season. That coming back the second half of the Old Dominion football game, when everybody knew that Anthony and Mershon were going to be okay, I think that set the stage for the entire season. And for him to come back and to be able to play, and you got a dose of what he's capable of today. He's electric. And the guy in the middle, I don't know how hardly to talk about him. That as a parent and as a coach, you want players that absolutely put the entire football team ahead of their own playing ability and those kinds of things. And he is a leader. He is a solid Christian. The love that he has for his teammates and what he did today, there was no doubt that he was going to play as well as he did today. He's worked hard the entire season. He's always had an unbelievable, upbeat, positive attitude. And I couldn't be prouder of Christian Alexander. And these 3 guys love him to pieces. Yeah.
We'll open up for questions for Coach and the student athletes.
Coach, earlier this season, you had a lot of questions about who the starting quarterback
Sure.
is going to be. And you kind of said over and over, they're both going to play. And so today, obviously,
Yep.
Christian, you stepped up.
Yep.
What was the payoff like that, considering last year,
Yeah. Well, it was a huge lesson that we learned last year, and I wished I had last year over again, that we would have played Christian significantly more last year. I think it was a huge, gigantic benefit for him that he took the entire 15 practices in the spring as the number 1 quarterback, and I think that helped him know that I can step in that huddle and I can lead this team. And we made a commitment that no matter what, during the course of the season, especially in the first couple of 3-4 games, it was rotating them in, put them in, no matter what the score was, where the ball was, that we really, truly believed in Christian. And obviously James got on a roll and he was playing good, but we never batted an eye that when Christian came in against UTSA, when he came in against Marshall, the last game of the season, drove the team down, scored a touchdown. I mean, you knew that he could win games for you, and it couldn't be a more positive finish for this season for him to be able to pull that off.
Christian, when did you find out you were going to start? What was kind of your reaction when you were going to go? Obviously, big opportunity for you guys.
Kind of going into preparation for the bowl game, kind of knew what James's injury was and everything like that. So obviously, I knew what it was. I knew I had to carry the reins. James helped me along the way. Obviously, he started all season long. And so he gave me pointers here and there, and not today on the field especially, he was there helping me see, show me what he saw and things like that. And honestly, I couldn't do it without my brothers. Really, that's really what it was for me.
You made a couple of big throws on that last drive. Can you just take us through that 4th down and I guess both of you, the decision to go for it and the actual play?
It was it was 4th down. It was a big play. So I had a double slant to the field and I had an option route to the boundary. And I knew if I would have got man coverage to go into the slant, and I got zone coverage, so I ended up going to Gator, Tony Gator on the sideline, and he made a heck of a play. And it just goes back to all the hard work that we put in the offseason, just going over routes on the air, things like that. It just kind of paid off in the crucial moments that we needed it to.
Anthony, you obviously had a kind of crazy year. Like, how are you gonna look back on 2018?
Man, I just want to thank God first, man. I want to thank my brother, man, the head coach that I got, and Coach Britt Davis, man. Through everything that I went through, man, my coaches, my brothers, this whole university, man, they was behind me, man. I can't ask for better support staff than I got at FIU University.
How good did today feel? Best you played since you came back, right?
Oh man, hey man, we went out with a bang, man. For our seniors, man, for the guys that won't be with us next year, man, we went out with a bang, and this was for them guys, man. We just extremely happy that we went out with a bang and ended the season right.
Anthony, you've said before that your football team's like a family to you. So how would you describe that feeling to a person like me, who hasn't played football?
Man, to be honest, man, I don't think you understand. You didn't play football, man. These guys right here, being with each other, man, we build a bond, a brotherhood, man. We be with each other more than our families, man. Each and every day we together, half of the day, doing film, so in practice, off time, we all together building a bond. So, it's just something you create doing football, man. And these guys right here would be my brother's family.
Edwin, you guys own 2 of 11 on third down today. What do you guys feel like you're doing so well there?
Just getting them in third and long, getting our nickel packages, our X-back packages.
Yeah, he did, and he's understatement because going 2-11 is a big thing. Getting them off down, and he's right. I mean, a lot of the calls that we made on third down were really, really good, and we mixed it up really good. Brent Guy, the defensive coordinator, did a good job of mixing in 3-man line, 4-man line, some man-to-man stuff, some blitzes and some pressures, and getting them off the field was a huge challenge.
Coach, you've had obviously a very storied career, but this year kind of felt special from what happened to Anthony and
Yep.
Rashawn, and then kind of what happened to James when Christian stepping up.
Yeah.
How do you view 2018 in the context of that?
Yeah, and what you don't know is there was a lot more behind the scenes of things that happened with other kids in our team that lost members of their families. And when they talk about a family, the amount of time that they spend with each other and the way that they pick each other up, that when somebody walks into that locker room and they've had a cousin that's been killed or an uncle that's had a heart attack and died, and the way they rally around them, it's hard to put words to it, to be honest with you. And when Anthony got shot and Mershon got shot, the hospital was flooded with teammates, and everything in the world was praying for their lives. And when they pulled through, and when I went back to the facility and the rest of the team was waiting in the team meeting room, and I told them, I said, hey, Anthony was setting up, and crazy Anthony down there's like, I let the team down. It's like, come on, Anthony, man, you didn't leave the team down at all. And he's like, Coach, I'll be back next week. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but it is, I mean, I have to say that probably anybody that coaches, and I don't care who it is, if you coach and you coach for any other reason that you don't love the kids, you're in the wrong profession. That you got to be there for them, good times and bad times, and I love them to pieces.
9 wins for the first time.
Excuse me?
9 wins for the first time.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that was one of the goals was win the bowl game, end on a positive career, and set a school record and finish the season with 9 wins. We talked about that several times over the last couple of weeks, and also to send the seniors off. Let them go out the last game. It was a little bit sad last year that because a lot of those guys, Alex Magoo and Anthony Wynn, I mean those guys meant a lot to this program because they started for 4 years, and what they did last year to help us get to a bowl game kind of set the precedent, I think, for this year. The expectations were like, hey, this is what we did last year. Now let's do something better, and it's going to take a lot of hard work, and the kids did it.
You had a lot of support from Bahamians that were alums from FIU.
Yeah.
Did you feel that energy in the stands today?
Absolutely. Yeah, there was I was told that there's like 1,500 Bahamians throughout all the different islands that are FIU grads, and so we were kind of the adopted brother this week by the Bahamian community and everything, and it was awesome. I mean, I think a lot of them, they know about the team because of close proximity to Miami, and so it was really neat to kind of be the adopted son.
Yeah, yes. So outside of an incredible win, what would be your biggest takeaway from your experience here in the Bahamas?
Ed, what was yours? What's the biggest takeaway from this week?
Just how friendly everybody is, and like it just feels
Yeah.
friendly.
Good. Christian, what's your takeaway?
Obviously, the hospitality, you just felt like a home away from home type thing. And it's truly a blessing and honor to be here.
Anthony?
Just the love, like Ed said, man, just the love that you guys showed us in the hotel, walking around, and the clean water park that you guys got.
Yeah, you couldn't ask to go to a better location for a bowl game. And Leah Miller, what she did to put this game together 5 years ago, and for us to get an opportunity to play in it. I mean, everything that we were a part of was first class. I mean, everything from the functions at the hotel, they were spectacular. The rooms, the Atlantis. I mean, you couldn't ask to go to a better place. The food was spectacular. I think all our kids got a chance to get an opportunity to have Bahamian food and a lot of seafood and fish, and I think that they loved absolutely every bit of it. And so, hopefully we'll be back here some year.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you guys very much.